Morning, everyone. Sorry about the delay in getting going. Facebook Live decided to change their formatting and wanted to jump me through a whole bunch of hoops this morning. So, my this is Leah Klein, Health and Wholeness Coach, and today my question for you is God working with you? And we're building on our verse from last time, and it's actually a verse just later in the same chapter, which is Proverbs 16:9. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. So continuing, the conversation we were having last week, we all make plans, and it's part of who we are, and it's natural. We're going to. It's expected. We may have to hold them loosely sometimes because we don't know what's going to happen and what's going to change. But making plans is not, a bad thing in and of itself. It's more of kind of the mindset you have about that, where issues can arise. But our verse today is not really talking about that aspect of it. It's talking about we make plans. It's part of our very nature to plan what we're going to do and how we're moving forward. But the real question we need to be asking is God working with you? Is He establishing your steps? And lots of times that can be seen in, the way He's working and providing opportunities in your life. Something opens up, an opportunity gets put in front of you that's in alignment with what He has been leading you to do thus far. And it's okay, this is the direction that He's wanting me to go, probably. Now, obviously, if you have more than one option, then you have to stop and, decide which one is He really wanting you to do sometimes, because not all the options that are given to us are the right ones for us. But our verse today, it's talking about when we are moving forward in something He wants to do, in some way, shape, or form, He is working with you in it. And you can see signs of that in how things come together. And I know most of you probably have a few examples of where God has brought things into alignment. Personal, brief example. Before we moved from Oregon down to Arizona, where we were living was on the market for over a year and a half, and with a lot of prayer. And finally, the moment came, and we ended up needing to be out in slightly less than a month. But God not only provided that buyer, but He provided the place for us to move into, managed to get people that were in that place out in time, and cause all these different, closing things that were happening simultaneously to all come together in a little less than 30 days. And that's, just one example, and I'm sure you have many examples of your own where God caused things to work, caused things to move forward in the way He wanted them to move forward, and established the path that you were on. And okay, here's the direction to keep going in. Now, our call to action I want to have for you today is to pray. It's our frequent call to action in here. It's always a good option. And like we did last week, hopefully, or maybe if you forgot to, you can do it this week. Give your plans to God and ask Him to establish them. Ask Him to move with you and work for you in it if it's His will. And if He's establishing it, nothing can ultimately stop it when it's His will. It may take a different direction at times, but His will cannot be thwarted, and that's something we need to regularly be reminded of, because our plans get regularly thwarted. But His do not operate that way. He actually can see the future. He has a plan for what's going on, and He has a purpose for what you're going through. So we can trust Him and trust that if He is establishing our plans, He will be with us and working with us. So I wanted to wrap up our time with the CARES chorus. And feel free to sing along with me, or just listen to God speak to your heart about something in particular related to this. I cast all my cares upon you. I lay all of my burdens down at your feet. And any time that I don't know what to do, I will cast all my cares upon you. And I will see you again next week with another verse. See you then.